right, Devo Brown joining me here on the couch. Dee, we now know who is coming back to host the Golden Globes, and it is none other than
Nikki Glaser. She's doing it again back-to-back. She did it this year. Ratings went up from the last year in the years before, the last 2 years, I should say. So got about 10 million viewers, which people are like, oh, that's kind of low. But it went up against one of the biggest football games of the season outside of the Super Bowl. It was Detroit, Minnesota, both at, like, I don't know if they're undefeated, but they were top teams in the league, like 1 and 2. So it was a big, big game leading into playoffs. So that's what the Golden Globes went up to, or went up against. It's my favorite of the acting awards.
Why do you like it so much?
It's both television and film.
Feels a bit looser, doesn't it?
And they're handing out champagne as people get there and walking the carpet. So they're loose, they're just relaxed. And it's the first one of the season. It happens early January. It's the first weekend of January. So it's a big reunion for everybody. So they're excited and they're not tired of going to all the awards and being on red carpets and all the first world problems of being glammed up for that. But Nikki Glaser back, so taking place, of course, next January. She says this: I can't wait to do it again, and this time in front of the team from the White Lotus, who will finally recognize my talent and cast me in season 4 as a Scandinavian Pilates instructor with a shadowy past, which is, it makes sense for her vibe, which is great. The Globe said that Nikki brought a refreshing spark and fearless wit to the show this year. Quote, her sharp humor and bold presence set the tone, making the ceremony feel vibrant and, most of all, fun.
Did you enjoy it?
I thought she was good. I thought she was safe. So I thought she was safe and funny, but didn't really try to offend too much.
Right.
Whereas someone in the past, like Ricky Gervais,
will go out of their way. That's their thing.
And rip people, yeah.
I feel like she saw the line and she's like, I'm gonna prance on it a little bit. Maybe I'll put a toe over it and come on right back. So there was some safety, but she still tested the waters a little bit, enough that I felt tonally it was right.
Yeah, I could have used a little more of her in that, because she's
Tom
hilarious.
Brady-esque? That's a little too much.
No, that's too much. But even just her outside of that, like she's a funny person. She is. You know, she gave it to Timothée Chalamet and his little baby mustache. Wicked stars Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo, how they're like holding space and holding each other's pinkies half the time. And so, you know, she had a little bit of fun with that. Talked a little bit about the election results and all that, but not too much. Again, very, very safe on that. Fun facts here for the Golden Globes. They started in 1944, and they didn't have a host until 1982. It was Robert Preston from The Music Man and Linda Gray, who was the star of Dallas, and then past hosts William Shatner, Pierce Brosnan, Tim Curry, Ricky Gervais, Jimmy Fallon, Andy Samberg, with Sandra Oh, Jared Carmichael, and of course Joe Coy, who very infamously did not do well. But you notice I said mostly men there. So she was the first female solo host to do the Golden Globes.
Because Amy Poehler and Tina Fey
did it together before. So there you go. So that made it kind of nice. And she did a good job. They're bringing her back, and you'll see her in the next year's awards for the Golden Globes, which air right here on City TV.
I'm a fan. Fan of yours as well. Devo Brown.
Oh, Mel.
Always, every day.
Sweet.
All right, we're taking a break here on BT. We're going to see you on the other side of this.
I'm a fan of you, too. I just didn't want to interrupt you.
Yeah, right.
Don't